Yeah, let me share my screen. So, yeah. So we were saying that if we are returning any function, right? So what will happen, right? This function body will act as a component will amount, right? So these are the three class-based lifecycle methods that we can achieve by using the useEffect hook. Understood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see the examples on this useEffect.
Okay.
Okay, let me open. Okay, so I have already examples created. I'll go through them. Okay, so the first is a simple example. Okay, here what we are doing, useEffect. I'm going to create a useEffect. Okay, as we know that every hook should be part of the outside of any loop or any if condition. So I created a simple useEffect with having a function. Right, in the functional body, I created the component didMount, and I am returning the one function with a body called component will unmount.
Okay. Hello.
Function I am returning okay, I'm going to call this method, sorry, component, right? Lifecycle demo.
Okay.
Localhost 3000, right? So now what will happen in return? What are the methods it is going to be shown in the console? What are the logs? So we created a method called, a hook called useEffect. There we created console log component. So whenever the component is going to, this method is going to be called. Correct? First step. Are you seeing? The component didMount got called. So next one. Next, I'm going to remount this component from the browser, right? Currently it is mounted. So for that, what I'm going to use, I will create a button, right? Okay, so this button, what it will do, on click of this button, it will show or hide the lifecycle component. Okay, currently it is showing the lifecycle component. Correct?
Yeah.
So the component is executed. So that's why our use effect got executed. So that's why we are seeing the console log of component did mount.
Okay.
Yeah. If I click on the hide lifecycle component, right? So what will happen? The component got removed from the browser, right?
Yeah.
So that's why will unmount logic of the use effect is going to be called.
Okay.
So that's why you are seeing the component will unmount.
Okay.
If I click on it again, it is going to show component did mount.
Did not. Okay.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next example we'll go. Okay, what I will do, right? I will create 3 buttons. Okay, in each component we have 3 buttons, right? What are those 3 buttons? Okay, I will mention top, right? Another middle, and another button called bottom.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi, Monica.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Okay. So we'll take another half an hour, fine, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we have 3 components. In those 3 components, we have 3 buttons, right? What are those? Top, middle, bottom. Okay, so 3 buttons and 3 components. So what I will do, I will call the middle component from top and top from, sorry, middle from bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so in this way. Right, so now, okay, I will have 3 use effects in each of my component, right? I will write 3 use effects
Yeah.
in each component. Now, yeah. Now how that it is going to be affect or going to call whenever we update anything in the components state, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see that. What I will do, I have a top, middle, bottom. Okay, so if you see, I created a one component with button, right? Okay, this button will have a state variable. Correct? This button will have a state variable. This will call it as a top button, and count it will show. On click of this button, top button, our count variable is going to be incremented. I mean to say state value is going to be changed. Okay, so for this I have written the console log of component top did mount, right?
Yeah.
So next, in the middle also I created one button called middle, right? In the middle component, middle button I created, and from top I am calling the component, right? From bottom component. Correct. Now if we are going to click on the top button, what will happen? Our state value is going to be changed. So yeah, first time if we render the top component, what will happen? First time it will show the all console logs in the use effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Now if we update the state of the top button, what will happen? Is the component going to be re-rendered?
Yeah.
Okay, which component is going to be re-rendered?
It's middle.
Top component, right? Since we called the or we updated the state, right? So which means it is also going to be called middle component again, right? And bottom component again, right? So you will see the all did mounts again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Understood? Now if we click on the middle button, what will happen? What are the things you are going to see in the console. Only the middle component only will change, right? Okay, so the middle component is going to be re-render, correct? So again it is going to call the use effect.
Okay.
Correct. Next in case of the, and also it is going to be called the bottom component. Next we have the bottom, right? Click on bottom, only the bottom component only will affect. Right. Now we'll see in the UI how it is going to be work. Okay, so and now I'm calling the top component, right? So what happened? What is the order of the components mounting also matters, right? Are you following?
Yeah.
We called the top, middle, bottom, but it is going to be mount bottom first, right? After that middle, after that top. That's why we are seeing the in this order: bottom, middle, top. Now, if I am going to click on the bottom button, okay, so by default the use effect is going to be called, right? So next, I will come to one point after completing this. Okay, so next, if I click on middle button, what happened?
Both.
It is going to be show middle and bottom, both, right?
Yeah.
If we click on top, it is going to show the bottom, middle and top. Now, so we didn't add any dependency array, right? Have you observed that?
Yes.
Now for my bottom component, I'm going to add a dependency array, right? Empty array I'm going to add.
Okay.
So what will happen if we update the, or if we have a dependency array instead of our use effect? So first time the use effect is going to be called, right?
Okay.
Okay, to be called. So if we are trying to update anything in this component, right? In my bottom component, what will happen? Trying to re-render, but we have given a dependency in the use effect. So does the dependency have any values? No, right? Empty array.
Yeah.
So we are not updating anything, right? So what will happen? Use effect will only call once, which means whenever it is going to be mounting to the DOM, that time only this bottom component use effect is going to be called. If you see that, now just me refresh once again. Right now, already bottom did mount got displayed. Right, use effect executed. Now, if I click on this, what will happen? It updates the state of the count rate of our bottom button.
Yes.
Okay, so but is it going to be executed that use effect hook?
No.
No, right? Why?
Because it's an empty array and only.
Yes, empty array will passed. So it won't be able to take any updates from that empty array.
Yeah.
So that's why we won't be able to see the any updates happened in the did mount. If I click on middle button, also it is not going to execute. Are you seeing?
Yeah.
Even if you click on top button also, only the middle did mount is going to be executed.
Okay.
Okay, so in order to execute the use effect only once when component is rendering, for that we have to use the empty array as a dependency. Clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now I want to see the updated count value here in my bottom did mount. Component did mount updated with, correct? If you see the count value is 0, right? But if I click on it, I have to see the updated value as 1, right? But it is not displaying the or not executing the use effect of the bottom component even if we update the state variable called count. But I want to see the latest result in my component, sorry, in use effect. What we have to do for that?
Update the array.
Okay, with what value? On okay, on what update you want to execute the use effect? On update of the state variable count, you want to execute the use effect, right?
Yeah.
So what we have to do? We have to give the count.
Okay.
Now, if you click on it, right, it will update it. Correct?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Next example we'll see. Next, I think I created one. Okay. This is also similar to what we discussed. Okay, it has a 3 counts, right? I mean to say 3 buttons we have. Okay, each button will update one of the state variable of the component. Right?
Okay.
Counter one button is going to change the counter one variable, counter one state. Counter 2 will change counter 2 state. So if we didn't mention anything, right? So what will happen? This is going to be executed for each of the update of the state, right?
Yeah.
Are you following?
Yeah.
But if we mention counter 1, then it is going to be executed. When the counter 1 state value changes, right? First time by default it will execute. But if we want to see the update of the counter 1, then only this is going to be executed. Understood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me comment this. Okay, 3 counts. Okay, now component did mount got executed. If you click on by default, okay, I will remove dependency, right? Okay, if you click on any button, it is going to be executed. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, next is the only counter 2, right? Count. Okay, so if you see, by default it is 0. If we click on counter 2, it is going to be shown. If we click on counter 1, right? If we click on counter 3, it is not shown. If you click on counter 2, that time only it is going to be executed.
Okay.
So sometimes you want to write some logic that is to be executed. All these 3 counters will update, right? Understood?
Yeah.
So currently, whatever we have written this logic will execute only update of the counter 2, right?
Yes.
But I want to write one more logic to execute, right, something that should be run whenever my counter 3 also update. What we have to do for that? We can add one more dependency array called counter 3.
Okay.
Right? In this case, what will happen? If we add counter 3 here,
2 and 3 will update.
Yeah, whenever we update any one of them, it is going to be executed.
Okay.
Correct, but I have a different logics for these two, right? Understood? So what we can do, we can write as many
Okay,
use
we add
effects
counters
as
to
we
one.
can in our component. Yeah, you want to see that?
Yeah. So if any one
In
is
this
clicked,
case,
then
what
go
will
to
happen?
CS.
Yeah, that time it is going to be executed. Right? For that, you can write something like, yeah, I can't do it. Okay, so you have to write some logic to check the previous value with the current value. If you do that, maybe you can be able to identify and execute only one of them. But the best way is we can create one more use effect inside of our component, which is based on only count of 3. Correct? Now, if you see, dimension. Okay, I will change it to count of 3. Now, if we click on counter 1, nothing is going to be executed. If we click on counter 2, 1 is going to be executed. Counter 3, another one. Understood it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, I want to create one more use effect. Okay, so what I'm going to do, in that I'm going to update the counter 1. How I can add the counter 1? Set counter 1, 100 I can give, right? Can I give like this? Just I updated the counter 1 state variable as a 100.
Okay.
Okay, now counter 1 click 100 times. So, okay, it's okay. I'll tell that scenario.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever we make an API call, right? So this is about the how we can write the multiple use effects and how we can use the state dependency array for our component, for our
Okay.
use effect in the component. Clear, right? Next example we are going to see prop change watch, right? So
Okay.
I'm going to take a component with 2 properties. Simple. I'm going to take a component with 2 properties, right? A comma B. Now I'm going to call my use effect console log. So now what will happen if I'm going to call this prop change watch? It is going to be executed. First time automatically this is going to be executed.
Okay.
Correct? Next, whenever we have received a prop with a change value of a, okay, that time only this is going to be executed. Correct?
Okay.
Following?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to create one demo component in order to call this component okay, I'm going to call the just a demo component. Okay, inside demo component button, right? Okay, two buttons, count 1 and count 2. Those two I'm passing to my prop changes. Understood it?
Yeah.
I have got two props, A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. First time it is going to show the property value of A as 0. If we update the count 1, does it going to show this property value of A as 1? Since we have given the first A property as a dependency to our use effect, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Here?
Yes.
Next, if we click on count 2, does it going to show that call? No, right?
No. Yeah.
If you click on count 1, it is going to show. Okay, in a way we can implement the props watch for our use effect stuff.
Okay.
Okay, clear, right, so far?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, tomorrow we'll see about how we can fetch data from an API by using use effect. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You can practice these examples. Do you want me to share these examples as well?
Yeah. You can.
Okay. Yeah. I will upload into the same that class videos. I will upload this zip files. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.